Hello guys, Jerry speaking. Welcome to LJPCBM episode number 835, and today reacting to OddGamer episode number 21. Excuse me. Okay, anyway. Rocko's Modern Life, Spunky's Dangerous Day. Now, last episode it said Rocky. Instead it was Rocko, not Rocko, not Rocky. Anyway, excuse me. Okay, anyway. Excuse my French, but anyway. I'm not gonna say cuss words in the episode, but anyway. Let's react to this beginning in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Thank you.
Okay? Makes sense. OddGamer in Rocko's Modern Life, Spunky's Dangerous Day. Continue on. Wow. Title cards designed by Rocko's Edge. Anyway. Wow, it came out in 28 years ago. Makes sense. This game is based on a well-known Nickelodeon cartoon series released in the public. Coincidence? Probably, but it doesn't hold a success in the show. We'll find out today. Makes sense. Continue on.
Hello, internet viewers. I'm the Fairly Odd Gamer. Perhaps all of you are aware of what's going on right now in regards to our climate. Lockdown, social distancing, events being postponed, if not canceled, that sort of thing.
Yeah, I heard about that during the Julie Wardrobe say, please stay safe this weekend, thank you, and good night. And yeah, we're going to do the viewer discretion advice, ladies and gentlemen. But anyway, and after all of that happened, I just freaked out saying, what the hell we're going to do. And then June the 1st came. I just told everybody to say, I was totally freaked out, like, seriously. I am, like, speechless, you know? That's just me, of course. But then I was lost, and didn't know what to do, and things like that. And right on the bat, he said coronavirus outbreak. Well, I'll be damned, you know? That's just me. Anyway, because there's a Nickelodeon also premiere on the very day, and I'd say, yeah, which I know about, by the way. And I wish Nickelodeon happy birthday. Back in April 1st, 1979. It was every Nickelodeon day, April Fool's Day. So there you go on that. Continue on.
Well, my advice is to make sure that your hygiene level is good, and as always, be safe and secure. So with that out of the way, what game could I possibly review that in some way could relate to this whole thing? Of course. Rocko's Modern Life.
True. Anyway, which by the way, I did not have the complete series as of yet. But I'll get to it eventually, and also by the way, they just came out with the Netflix movie coming out last year, 2 years ago, prior for this review. Continue on.
Originally an unpublished comic book series under a different name, Rocko's Modern Life was an edgy, adult-humored cartoon series created by cartoonist Joe Murray. The show centers around a wallaby named Rocko and his friends, including Pepper, Filbert, and his dog, Spunky. When the show premiered on Nickelodeon in 1993, it became a huge success with both critics and audiences, and had run for an amazing 4 seasons. Since then, the show aired reruns on Nicktoons, and has recently released a reboot special on Netflix.
I was close, sorry. Which, by the way, I saw bits and pieces on Netflix, and I haven't watched it yet, neither has the complete series on Amazon yet, which I had to purchase it, by the way. Continue on.
Rocko being a successful show, you expect to have a video game based on it.
Well,
Lo and behold, the show did have a video game tie-in. Rocko's Modern Life, Spunky's Dangerous Day for the Super NES. I also want to point out that this game was released 26 years ago today, and that's no joke. This
Sorry about that, everyone. I was eating Pringles instead of just pausing it for a moment. But anyway, I'm talking about things. But anyway, like I was saying, okay. Sorry about that, everyone. Anyway, 26. Now it's turning 28 this year. Continue on. As I said earlier in the episode, continue on.
It was released on April Fool's Day in 1994.
Wow.
What does it hold to the show's success? Let's find out.
First off, why did this game use the show's theme song? I know it's a nitpick, but it would have made more sense. Not saying that the music is memorable, but anyway. Here's a fun little activity to try. Before the game starts, why did this game use the show's theme song? I know it's a nitpick, but it would have made more sense. Not saying that the music is memorable, but anyway. Here's a fun little activity to try. Before the game starts, you...
Sorry about that. Continue on.
Play around with the Nickelodeon logo. Look out, Mario. Nickelodeon's got you beat. Pressing Y and X makes the logo long and skinny, and pressing B and A makes the logo fat and tall. Nothing much to it, just wanted to show it off. After finding out that the game was made by Viacom, the game finally begins. We see Rocko and Heifer at the beach, where, unfortunately, there's no surfing involved. Sorry, Hux.
Did you just say the beach has no surfing?
Wow.
Unfortunately, I did. Aw, it would have been radical seeing Rocko surf on a wave. Yeah, it would be nice. But let's see what happens. Okay, I just thought I asked. Anyway, player dude!
Anyway, Rocko throws a frisbee at Spunky, but the frisbee flies over him. Spunky then wanders off to the dangerous area of the beach, and Rocko runs after him, trying to protect him from any danger. Graphically, it looks nice. The characters and even the settings look like they were ripped from the show. I also love hearing the characters speak, somewhat, during the cutscenes, and they are provided by the same people who voiced them in this show. So that alone is pretty nice.
I hadn't even got to the gameplay yet, and already I'm enjoying this. It looks
Wow.
like the show, and for the most part, it even sounds like the show. The
Wow.
levels are based off episodes from the show. Well, season 1 to be exact.
Okay.
So, I must ask, what could possibly go wrong?
Yeah, the Bubsy thing. What's the Bubsy go wrong? Continue on.
No.
This gameplay style is
Wow.
a very dangerous style.
Wow.
As Rocko, as you try to guide Spunky to these golden fire hydrants 4 times per stage while avoiding anything dangerous. In other words, every level in this game are all escort missions. To be perfectly honest, I don't like this style of gameplay. It would have been nice to have them as minigames of some kind, but no, this is what you're doing for the entirety of the game. You have a health bar for Spunky, and it depletes every time Spunky runs into something hazardous. You also have these red fire hydrants, which are used as checkpoints in case Spunky somehow dies. Now let's talk about Rocko's gameplay. You can protect Spunky by defeating enemies, whether by punching or kicking them, riding rafts because Spunky can't swim for some reason, cover tightropes with a steel block by whipping his tail, and launch him onto other platforms with anything that behaves as a seesaw. And another thing, by pressing the Y button, you can pick up Spunky, letting him lick your face and having him continue wandering around.
Wow.
Sometimes it works, but other times it doesn't. You have to be precisely close to Spunky in order to have him lick your face, otherwise nothing happens.
Wow.
But the worst thing about Rocko's gameplay is jumping. I don't like jumping in this game. You
Wow.
have to be very precise with your jumps, otherwise you'll end up overshooting your target and you have to start this whole section again just to get another crack at it. However, there is one thing in this game that I actually like. By pausing the game, you can use the arrow pads to move the map and see how far or how close you are to the fire hydrant. I love this because it gives you an idea on where to go and how you can guide Spunky to the fire hydrant. Or if you somehow lose Spunky, you can use the map to show how distant you are from Spunky. And as mentioned before, each stage ends when Spunky makes his way to the golden fire hydrant. Doing so 4 times clears a level and gives you a password in case you want to continue your journey at a later time. After finding a total of 16 fire hydrants, Rocko reunites with his dog and presumably returns home. With the gameplay and a bit of the story out of the way, let's talk about the levels. As mentioned before, each level in this game is cleverly named after the episode it was based on. Standing Your Neighbors takes place at Rockaway Beach, which I kind of like mainly by the beach aesthetic alone. Trash of Magic takes place at the Hillsten's garbage dump, but it looks more like a construction site but with trash. Here's a fun fact. This episode was also the original pilot of the show. Just wanted to point that out. Ice Cream takes place in the show's city, O-Town, even though it's the only level not based on an episode. By the way, it's awesome to see Mr. Bighead as well as Silver as a rat. It's just hilarious to me. Finally, there's Unbalanced Load, which takes place in the laundromat under the name Laundryland. It does look a bit like a factory, but that's just me. At the end of the day, Spunky's Dangerous Day is not that enjoyable of a game. Graphically, it's pretty good for a Super NES game. The characters and levels match the style of the show, which I do find appealing. As for the gameplay, that's a completely different story. While I'm okay with some of the platforming elements, I don't like having every level be escort missions. It's just boring in my opinion. Even though Rocko's basic gameplay is good enough, the way he jumps in this game is not very good. I know that I didn't talk about the music, but again, it's just not memorable. I do like the menu theme, but again, they should have used the theme from the show. And it's surprising that the best part of the game is not the game itself, but rather the Nickelodeon logo you can mess with before the game.
Yes.
Overall, Rocko's Modern Life Spunky's Dangerous Day is not a dangerous game, but it's a game that I wouldn't recommend playing unless you want to add it to your gaming collection.
It may be a coincidence that the game was released on April Fool's Day, but I just don't think it holds up to the show's success. Now, if it were me, I'd rather watch the show than play this game. And I will tell you this, it is definitely worth more of your time. I'm the Fairly Odd Gamer, and I wish you all good luck the rest of your day or night, wherever you are. Take care, everyone.
Oh, hang on. One moment.
April Fools. Oh, and another thing? April Fools. That was a hoot!
Yeah. That's one. So that was, Rocko's Modern Life, Spunky's Dangerous Day, the Fairly Odd Gamer. What I think about this hilarity? I think it was hilarious to watch. So far, this episode was a review thing, was a success. And that was episode of LJPCBM, episode number 875. Hope you enjoy it. Stay tuned for the next one. It's going to be LJPCBM, episode number 876 on Fairly Odd Gamer on Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith, with Zero Night as special guest. Till next time, Sue Johnson, bye, peace out, baby. We give more LJPCBM against me soon. Till we just say out. See ya.
Given unto me this life I'll never take for granted, and given all the time I fail to really understand it, I never sought to meet the maker of reality, the one who gave the life that which is always happening, but I tried all the time. I ask, why me? Why was I the one to see things as I do under the moonlight and the sun? Perception is the question, and the giver holds the key.